Hello, today I'm using my 3-3 monotype ground team against my friend Tom, who's on my clan on Cerebi. He leads with a Gyarados, and I lead with my Hippowdon named Dumbo. So I figure that he's gonna taunt because it's a lead Gyaro and he's obviously gonna taunt. So I switch to my Gengar, who's packing a Thunderbolt. I'm kind of thinking he might switch, but it doesn't really matter. It's just a Thunderbolt. I can take whatever he's gonna switch in. So he switches in his Cresselia, which is not that big of a deal. I can do a chunk of damage to it. I'm obviously also packing Shadow Ball because I'm Gengar. So I guess he probably made his Cresselia really specially bulky, thinking that he can switch on Gengar. But I go for the Shadow Ball anyways, and it crits him, which is unfortunate because he probably could have killed me here, and I'd like to have a fair match, but shit happens. So he switches in a Weavile, which, well, I'm gonna switch out obviously because I can't take a Night Slash or whatever it has, but my Skarmory can, which it takes it like it's nothing. So I'm gonna go for the Spikes right here because, Spikes good to have up, and he switches in for Alligator. So now I don't really know what he's gonna do here. I kind of wasn't thinking that he was gonna Swords Dance, so I go for the Spikes again right around here after all the leftover and shit. So he does the Sword Dance, and I go for Spikes. So I really don't care that he Sword Dance because I have Whirlwind, and there's no way he can KO my Skarm. So whatever he's gonna do is not gonna do anything like Aqua Jet. It's not near strong enough to KO Skarmory. So I Whirlwind him out, and he gets his Gyarados out, which I know is gonna taunt, but I'm thinking he might overpredict me going back to Gengar because that's what I did the first time. But I'm gonna try for it anyways. So all the leftovers and shit like that happens. And yeah, I switched it back to my Gengar, and he does the taunt, which is pretty good for me. So I'm gonna go for the Thunderbolt again, even though he's probably gonna switch again. But I don't know, I just thought that he might stay in, or either ways, it does quite a bit to the Salamence right here, as you'll see, and it's well enough to KO him with my next attack. So now I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball here, because it's his strongest move, and if he switched out, that'd be my best option. So yeah, he rapes him, because he's the Grim Raper, and Salamence goes down. So now he is going to switch in his Feraligatr, and I know it has Aqua Jet, which will kill me, and I kind of want to leave him in for Gyarados. So I switch back to my Skarmory, and he takes it like it's nothing. So now he can't really do anything to my Skarmory, as I can see, or else he would have stayed in before and used a move that would have done a bunch of damage. But he just has Ice Punch, which not gonna do much. So I can just get my Spike set up, which is good to have. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep putting out my spikes and whirlwinding him if he Swords Dance, but he's just gonna hit me with the Ice Punch, so I just Roost just to get my health back. And now I think I'm gonna whirlwind him here, if I recall correctly. Leftovers and shit again. This takes forever. Yeah, he Swords Dance, so I'm just gonna whirlwind him, just because I have all my spike layers up, and he's at Weavile. And I don't think Weavile's going to do much to me, or else it would have stayed in before as well. Now, right here, he fakes out for whatever reason, which doesn't do anything, because I just use leftovers, and I get my health right back, and he just takes Sandstorm damage, so that was actually pretty stupid of him. So he Ice Shards, I don't know, that was pretty pointless, and I just Brave Bird him, because I don't feel like Whirlwinding again, because I might get Gyarados, which is a pain. So now his Weavile's gone, and he's gonna switch his Gyarados back in after a leftovers and shit. And yeah, he switches Gyarados back in, and I think he's gonna predict me going into Gengar again. So I think he's gonna Waterfall, but he bounces, which is wasn't thinking of that. So now I'm going to switch out right here because I don't want to risk getting paralyzed by that bounce. So I'll switch to my homoplant because he's a purple Cradilian, he's a homo. So yeah, it misses, which I don't think really mattered that much. But he taunts me, which I completely forgot about here. And that was pretty stupid, actually. So, yeah, leftovers, sandstorm, all that shit. Good stuff. And he dragon dances. I was not thinking of dragon dance at all when I was battling this thing. Because he had it out for a while and I hadn't seen dragon dance. So I assumed it didn't have it. So now this really sucks for me because I have no priority on this team. And my only hope is my Skarmory right here. So I know he's going to taunt me. So I go for the Brave Bird, hoping I can kill him. Maybe, or at least do a chunk of damage. After all leftovers. Yeah, so yeah, he taunts me, which is smart. But I Brave Bird him anyways. And it does a nice chunk of damage to him. So now I'm thinking I can KO him now. Because I'm pretty sure I can take a waterfall or whatever he uses on me here. And hit back with the Brave Bird and KO him. So he used the waterfall. And even at +2 I can take it. Because it's Skarmory and Skarmory's just like that. So yeah, I Brave Bird him. Leaves him with the touch health. And since Sandstorm comes before leftovers, he dies. So now he decides to switch in his Feraligatr, which I'm still taunted, so I can't Whirlwind him away. So he's going to Swords Dance, and all I can do is Brave Bird, or switch would be pretty stupid of me. But anyways, I Brave Bird him, does a nice chunk of damage. Now he's going to KO me right here, just because I can't really do anything. So yeah, he just kind of is going to go for the Aqua Jet, which I can't really take at +2, even though I'm awesome. But now I know I can take an Aqua Jet, or at least one of my Pokemon can take an Aqua Jet, and that's my Dumbo. And so Dumbo can obviously take an Aqua Jet because, you know, it's really bulky and shit. So yeah, I take the Aqua Jet, and bite back with a Earthquake. Obviously gonna kill him right there. So now I get my Sandstorm and the leftovers. And he's going to switch in his M1, which is Metagross. And I don't really care if my Hippowdon dies, so I just let him take the Meteor Mash. That's going to kill him. So I just have the free switch into my next Pokemon, which is going to be my Flygon, which is F22 Raptor, because it's plain, it's Scarf. So yeah, there's F22 Raptor, he Earthquakes Metagross, does quite a bit of damage to Metagross, not enough to kill him, but I can take a Meteor Mash because he's not banded. So that's the game right there. So good game, Tom. Peace.
Oh!